Yeah.
And silencer.
And we can talk about football with Kaepernick, man. NFL,
I can't wait.
NFL just started. Yo, you
Starting right now.
Did you fucking take 3 defenses or some shit in Lejeski's draft?
Yeah,
that
I did.
That was you, right?
Yeah. I have a reason to do that, though. My team is fucking stacked, dude.
Yeah. What the fuck? What are you?
I took 3 quarterbacks, too.
Yeah, 3 quarterbacks, 3 defense.
But I took 3 quarterbacks because nobody was taking quarterbacks.
Yeah,
So-
because quarterbacks aren't valued like that.
But yo,
is this your first time playing fantasy football?
no, dude. I know what I'm doing.
Me and Lejeski would talk. I was like, "Yo, who the fuck did that?" He was like, "Coscarelli," and I was like, "Fucking."
I have a total strategy there.
Okay.
I grabbed luck at towards the end of the draft. There is no value on the board anyway. By the time we got to like the end, you just had motherfuckers that were like 3rd running backs. So it was just like I might as well try to like grab like
quarterback. I mean
something. I grabbed Cam, I got Deshaun Watson, and I got Luck.
Here's the thing: you can't start 2 You can only start. You know what I'm saying?
I know that, but I like the way it is right now. There was literally nothing else.
You have 2 skill players on the bench, Matthews and Abdullah, and Abdullah is not.
Are you in the league?
Yeah, I'm in the league.
Oh, I didn't know you were in our league.
Yeah, I'm in the league, man. I'm fucking Lawrence D's team. Yeah, I have.
I didn't realize we were in the same fucking fantasy league.
Yeah, Garoppolo, Julio, Saquon, Mixon. Yeah, I got it, man. Come on, man.
All right, guys. You wouldn't tell by the conversation, but this is Sup Podcast, episode number 27. The voice that you're not recognizing is our good friend Mike Coscarelli. He's in the building.
Hello. Thank you for having me, you boys.
Mike is a fellow Remember to Be Happy member.
Yeah.
Where he has the Social Villains podcast, where him and his autistic partner Gene discuss the news, and Gene basically just tries to be the devil's advocate for any cause. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it really is autism at its finest. You want to talk about high functioning?
And yes, the guy berating Mike is, of course, Lawrence.
How you doing?
And we got Becky, of course.
Hi, I like Gene very much.
Yeah, Gene's great. One of my favorite psychopaths.
Gene's a very nice guy.
Yeah, so go check that out. Social Villains, iTunes, all that other stuff. You can get it on, right?
Yeah.
Chris,
yes.
what are we at? Episode 27?
27.
Shit.
I know.
27.
27 eps, baby.
That's insane.
No, conclude this fantasy draft because I just love you berating him. This is great.
I was just we're in the same fantasy football league, and Mike, to me, he drafted 3 defenses and 3 quarterbacks in a 10-team league. It's not even like it's a deep league. It's not a 14-team league or a 12-team league. It's a 10-team league, which is very shallow. There's still so much talent on the waiver wire.
There was nothing on the waiver. There's no talent on the waiver wire now,
bro. There was, man. The fucking James Conner was out there. Your boy, I think Lejeski picked him up, but
fuck out of here.
Come on, man. Listen. I can't tell you your money. You gonna burn your money? How you gonna burn your money?
So here's the thing. I don't want to take over your podcast and turn it into fucking fantasy football minute, but I got the dead stock theory on this. So this was me going out, and so I got 3 quarterbacks, and I grabbed Andrew Luck, who I think he was hurt last year, so people were staying away from him. So my theory is, if you've got 3 quarterbacks, if you've got one that's got 3 of them are going to have value. So like one of them is going to hit, right? And then another one is 2 out of those 3 are like potentially all pro quarterbacks. So let's say Andrew Luck comes out of the gate. First 3 weeks is just a fucking beast, and he's sitting on my bench, and somebody's quarterback gets hurt for 6 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever, or somebody else just has a fucking dud of a quarterback.
Got you.
There I am with Andrew Luck saying, hey, listen, you want to throw me a running back, I'll even throw in an extra defense. And you flip Christ. Andrew Luck and you get something
that is
out of
a
it.
Very risky little
it's very risky. It's very risky.
There, yeah.
In fantasy football, quarterbacks are, unless the league is 6 points per touchdown, most fantasy football leagues are 4 points per touchdown. Quarterbacks aren't as valued. So when you took 3 defenses and 3 quarterbacks, I was like, oh, I didn't even know who it was until the league runner told me it was Mike Coscarelli.
But here's the thing. My starting quarterback is a quarterback that also runs and scores rushing touchdowns. So there is also... I mean,
Lawrence
am I wrong?
Is still shaking
I got
his
Cam
head.
Newton, dude.
Listen,
he's going to
man.
be jumping over fucking lines of scrimmage all day.
Listen, you do what you do. I'll do what I do. I'll see you when I see you.
All right.
We're going to come back to the NFL in a little while, but I do usually with the new music releases, because they're so directly tied into streetwear, we start with them and try to not get them out of the way, but it's like the most prominent thing that's happening. So last week, right after we recorded the podcast, we recorded Thursday, and then Eminem came out with Kamikaze. And have you guys gotten a chance to listen to it?
I listened to the majority of it. Yeah.
Pieces.
Okay, so what was your guys' initial reaction?
I mean, it's like an old guy yelling at the clouds, but I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? But it was definitely an old dude, just like the shit. We are not alike. Where he was like mocking "Look Alive." Like I was like, damn, M. Like I actually like "Look Alive," like by Block Boy, JB, and Drake. I was like, what the fuck is M doing?
He dissed so many people.
Came at everyone.
And as the listeners know, I am a huge fan of rap beef. So I was fucking parading around my house going, yes, fucking yes.
But is it, like, was it any of it, like, warranted or justified? That's the thing I never really understood. Like, I literally, on Kamikaze and The Ringer, which were, like, the two that I listened to, I actually had to, like, go and look up who he was, because I knew these were obviously fucking disses, but I couldn't really keep up with who he was. Some
of them were valid. I mean, it just depends on the perspective you want to take, because a lot of it was coming back at the hate that he had from Revival.
Which I heard, a lot of people were shitting on Revival.
Yeah, as an Eminem fan, it's not what I wanted. I wanted this, and I got it. So like, I'm happy he did it, because if he didn't do it on Revival, if he didn't do the shitty job he did on Revival, I don't want to say shitty. If he didn't do what I wanted, not do it then, you know what I mean? Then he wouldn't have done this.
Gotcha.
So I'm, as an M fan, very happy. But yeah, a lot of it was like, I think the thing that people don't realize is these are probably songs he recorded a while ago and then just made a compilation of them and was like, fuck it, whatever.
But
it's weird. Like, I was looking and like he was throwing shots of Vince Staples and I fucking love Vince Staples.
I'm a huge Vince Staples fan.
Do they have like a problem?
I think it's just commentary that people
Future
have,
guys and like
it's just comments that they've said on like in the past about Revival. Even the Machine Gun Kelly thing was just because he had a tweet like in 2012, I think, saying that Haley was cute or hot.
Machine Gun Kelly said that?
Yeah,
really?
Which has now caused, M commented, and then Machine Gun Kelly came out with Rap Devil, which was sort of a play on Rap God.
Yeah.
And that was actually really fucking good diss. I don't think M's gonna respond, but I just also loved the Beastie Boys play on the cover, because that's License to Ill just flipped.
Right.
Yeah.
So fucking awesome. But yeah, he came at Joe Budden. He came at Academics, which that was like a year ago, though. You know what I mean? I really think he just stockpiled these songs, and then when he put them out, he was just like, yeah, don't overthink this. Just
put it out.
Yeah, just put it out.
I mean, M's at a level where he can pretty much go at whoever he wants. I mean, he went at the president. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he just doesn't.
And then he was addressing Charlemagne shitting on the Cypher thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I laughed. I actually legitimately laughed out really hard when he said "Walk on Watergate." I was like, dude, that's fucking funny.
Here's the thing, though. Like, so I didn't really listen to Revival all the way through, but I kind of gave up on Eminem a while ago. Like, as a kid, Eminem was like, as a white kid in the fairly suburban area. I remember not being allowed to listen to Eminem.
Really?
And then, my mom didn't like it because my mom.
My mom didn't like it either. It was banned. The first album was banned.
Yeah.
Dude,
Really?
My theory on it now, going back, like, because my mom was pretty liberal with like what I listened to and like.
You're blown away, Lawrence.
I'm super blown away. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, I think the thing is that like where I grew up, the kids that were listening to Eminem, that were like allowed to listen to Eminem, and like their parents wouldn't either know or give a shit, were like the white trash kids.
Really?
They were like the kids I don't want to like name anybody's names, but they were like the kids that like clearly had no fucking future or anything like that.
When my mom found Marshall Mathers LP in my room, the CD, it was like finding drugs.
Really?
She was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
So my theory is that my mom didn't want me to become like a fucking like white trash.
Like, really?
Yeah.
See, because I growing up in Brooklyn, like we was like, oh, white boy fire, yo. Like, he got some
No,
shit.
it wasn't.
Like we like in the hood, we was like, oh shit, like yo, this dude can spit. Like, and he got the Draco sign. You know what I'm saying? So like that was like everyone was like, oh, this dude. And then the shit he was talking about, we didn't really hear that. Like in the city in New York.
Now, when my mom heard Kim for the first time, she was like, what the fuck is this?
Really?
Yeah, dude. My mom
Really?
was. I still don't think my mom likes Eminem. Not that it matters, but like.
I mean, no one gives a shit now.
I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think back in the day, my mom is on the wrong side of history on that one.
He kind of was the first person to like. It's obvious to say, but to breach the white gap, right? So all that violent shit that was always in rap music was reaching people that had never hit before.
Well,
Yeah.
he
So
literally said suburban kids, like over and over. He would call out like the audience that never got addressed in rap music before.
Yeah.
It was really it was for us.
Yeah,
There
and
you
he
go.
knew who the
Okay.
fuck was listening to it too.
I got you.
And that's admirable that he wasn't like there was always that thing where like Eminem was this like wigger who was trying to like be like like he's down with Dr. Dre, so he like talks like this and he's code switching challenging, whatever. But I do think Eminem was always Eminem, and I think that like him hitting like the silent majority of white rap fans that kind of needed a fucking hero.
What's your favorite M song?
Without Me.
Without Me.
My favorite M songs are the funny ones. I do think that like when he's on his game and is funny, or like at least in his prime, he was really funny.
What's your favorite M song?
'Cause I am whatever you say I am.
Yeah, that's mine.
See, that's the thing. I never like really liked angry Eminem.
Really?
Angry is the best M.
No, that's not.
No,
I see.
Silly.
Yeah, Silly M
Real
is my
Slim
favorite.
Shady.
Yeah, that shit's great.
Yeah.
To me, those are my favorites. I always like. I tend to like rappers that I think are funnier. Like I love Noriega. I think Nori is hilarious.
Nori's great.
He's trying
Nori's
to be or
funny.
not. Redman also fucking
Yeah.
hilarious. Like I like those guys. I think they just have. It's more of a risk to be like that because rap has a lot of like bravado. And I think Redman could fucking kick the shit out of me, I'm sure, but
he could.
The vibe that I get from Redman is that he really just wants to like have a fucking good time, and he's like he is a little silly, and
M was heavily influenced by Redman.
Yeah, I mean,
Heavy.
I believe that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like the only like really angry, like whatever I am, whatever you say I am is cool. But the one that I really like that's like angry is the one that he did with Dre on the first album, where they're the like the two parts of the
Guilty
brain.
Conscience?
Guilty
Oh,
Conscience.
Guilty Conscience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fucking
Yeah,
cool.
that's great.
Where they're like going back and forth and arguing about shit. I thought that shit was cool.
Hi kids, do you like violence? I was like, yo, this guy's tight.
I think that he did when he jumped on the Biggie joint. There's 7 different levels.
Dead wrong.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorite Biggie songs. Period.
Dude, he had a hood pass. Like that dude, literally,
Human
like
sacrifices.
yeah, man. Like I said, man. That's crazy. Like, listen to your angle, because like I said, we just came off of like Big and Pop was gone, so like we had like this era where dudes was trying to be flashy, like these shiny suit dudes like Mace and all those guys.
I love Mace though,
and Jay was getting popping, like he was getting big, like and like just on a like national level. And then
what year is this?
So you talking Big was murdered in 97.
Yeah.
So Brooklyn was like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? But Jay was like then he was starting to elevate himself, and then like 98 when he dropped Volume 2, that's when everyone was like, oh shit.
Reasonable Doubt came out in 96.
Reasonable Doubt came out in 96, In My Life 97, then Volume 2 came out in 98. So Jay was on, but then we also had DMX, who was like the complete opposite, but they both ran New York in a sense, you know what I'm saying? But New York was so big that we didn't really, like, I'll say this, like, New York was so, like, we didn't fuck with like dudes like Juvenile and all those guys until Jay kind of gave Juvenile a cosign. Like, remember when he did High? Like, so we seen other parts, like other rappers from other parts of the country come in, and we always fucked with Dre and Snoop and all them dudes. But when they was like, yo, this white boy is like fire, we listened to him. We was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this dude, what the stuff he was spitting, and like you said, it was so different.
Yeah.
It was like, it wasn't the usual like, I'm getting bitches, I got a Coogee sweater on, I'm getting money. It was like, yo, I hate my baby moms. I'll put her in the trunk and I'll chop her head off, and I'm doing Vicodin, I'm doing pills. And it was just like a lifestyle that we didn't see. Like, we didn't, you don't see that. You smoke weed when you were a teenager. You ain't popping pills and killing your, you got a daughter. Like, it was just different, but it was dope.
I mean, to tie this back into the streetwear thing, because last episode, Mike, we were talking about how Drake has sort of like a lackluster sneaker career, but Eminem is almost the total opposite, where everything he touched is a grail. I mean, the Carhartt 4s.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, everything that Eminem did, and none of them are like available. They never like.
Well, I think that goes to the allure of why people love it. Like, in terms of Nike Eminem's relationship.
Yeah.
Like, how much of that shit has been obtainable to the public? Not much.
Like, almost none of it. I think
He's had a pair of 2s that came out that were kind of not, they were kind of limited, but you were able to get your hands on them. But for the most part, all that stuff is like promo, friends and family, and that's why you see like a pair of Eminem sneakers selling for like $30,000.
Yeah.
But he never did it around an album or anything either. They just kind of like did it. At least I don't remember.
Yeah, no, it was always just like, 313 pairs because, he's from Detroit or whatever, like, that's the area code or whatever. So it was always super limited stuff that we couldn't really touch. And I think that's why to this day, like, they've never really had a wide, like, there hasn't been a Travis Scott like Eminem, you know what I'm saying? Like how Trav or like how these rappers get shit. M's never really had that.
But to play off the Nike thing, just to keep going with the conversation. You guys were both very excited about those Fear of Gods that are coming out.
Yeah, I think they look cool, man.
Yeah, those shits are.
But here's the thing, like, there's a lot of times where, because I haven't been like overly into sneakers for like a very long time.
Yeah.
Like I kind of like picked it up in the last like
Mike's
year.
new to the game, everybody.
I'm sort of new. I was in it when I was a kid. Like I had, you saw the baby pictures of me. I had Jordan 2s. I had when I was like a baby. My mom put me in those.
Yo, Mike was doing that thing where he's like validating it to himself, but through me.
Yeah.
He's like, no, look, it's okay for me to like sneakers because I had these Jordans when I was 2.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I had a lot of like great sneakers and some shitty ones growing up, but like growing up I wore them because I was into basketball.
Yo, so me and Mike's relationship with the sneakers is like I'm like his like second opinion. He likes to make sure that
That's true. Yeah.
But it's so funny because he'll also like text me like these epiphanies he has. So like it will be like a random time during the day. We haven't spoken all day, and he'll just text me like, "Yo, Asian people love Balenciaga," and I'm like,
I'll be on the train and just see like 4 Asians wearing those giant Balenciagas. I'm like, oh, you could have fucking guessed this coming on the train. But these Fear of God, so I like them, but there's a lot of shoes that I look at and I know that they would never look good on my feet. So like if I saw somebody that could like pull these off, because I'm even seeing how they're like showing them and they have like the jogger tucked in, and you have like I just don't think I could wear that, but I think it's cool looking.
I think if you were like some sort of Russell Brand like Buddha type figure, you could wear them.
I think those can be pulled off. I actually like them.
Really?
I don't. Yeah, it's a.
You don't get Yeezy vibes?
Pair of jeans?
Definitely Yeezy vibes. I mean, but it also, here's the thing. He also incorporated what he's known for the most, zippers and shit like that. Like, so he put the zippers on the back, and it definitely has a 750, Yeezy vibe, but it also gives me like Air Mag vibes. And then
I agree with that.
And then he has like it looks like a 180 air bubble on the bottom. The price tag is like definitely it's up there. It's $395.
Well, then that's gonna be a pass for me. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think that's like the craziest thing about where sneakers are at right now. Like, when we were kids and everything, it felt like even the craziest sneakers were they still looked like sneakers. Like they still looked like something that like an NBA player would wear or like whatever. As they got crazier and crazier, and now there's things like seeing the LeBrons for the first time, the 15s blew my fucking like. You were with me, I think, when I saw them for the first time. I was like, "What are those?" I had no fucking idea, and then I started like I tried them on again. They looked crazy on my feet, but like we're in like an interesting time right now because like some of these shoes don't fucking even look like sneakers. They just look like these insane like.
I mean, we've talked about shoes like the glue. What brand of sneaker was that? They got the glue on the sides.
Oh, Margiela.
Yeah, the Margielas, like it's gotten to the point where it's really weird. Sort of like how we were. I mean, there's this post-comedy conversation that's happening. You know what I mean? It's almost like we're getting post-sneakers, too, because, like, Nanette was a big comedy special that did very well to a lot of people. I mean, for me, I didn't personally, like, enjoy what I saw of it. And then Drew Michael just came out with a special where there's no audience. And now motherfuckers are coming out with shoes where it's, like, deconstructed and... They got glue on the side that's showing, which used to be a thing where it's like if you saw glue on the side of shoes, you'd be like, I'm not buying those.
Well, I also think it's just like you said, it's a sign of change in the times. I mean, I don't want to wear basketball sneakers as lifestyle sneakers. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to wear like a pair of foam posits as like to go out like that's something.
Yeah, that would look insane.
Like something like that is like even when like you said when you see like Off-White or like their lifestyle sneakers that can be worn. You can dress them up, you can dress them down. Something like this Fear of God collaboration to me is something that. Obviously, not too many people are going to have it because one, the price tag, and two, they're going to make it super limited. But it's a fucking lifestyle shoe, and it's something different. You know what I'm saying? It's nice. I'm not going to lie. They're supposed to have a second model, the Skylons, I believe. They're supposed to be part of the collection. So you're going to have this high-end one, and then you're going to have another.
Something that people can actually buy.
Either way, I mean, people still not going to be able.
Expensive, but
it's still going to be limited. That's the main thing. So you got a lot of, I mean, look at everything that's like hot now in terms of like lifestyle, like whether it's John Elliott, LeBron collabs or like, React undercovers. Everything is doesn't feel basketball-y or sporty. It just feels like it's lifestyle and it's like you can wear it to the club or you can go on a date in a really nice pair of sneakers.
Do you think that some of those shoes are starting to kind of get there though? Like the Kyries definitely look like basketball shoes, but I do kind of feel like the LeBrons and the KDs look a little more like lifestyle-y. They've got that like sort of like new wave Adidas kind of touch to it. A little bit.
I think.
Do you disagree?
I totally disagree. Yeah. they tried a few years ago. I don't know if they still do it, but they tried to. They say they made a KD 8, right? And then they tried to make a KD 8 lifestyle.
Yeah,
so
that's what they call it. Yeah, they tried to have like another version where it's like that's where we play ball in, and then this is what you go on the date in.
Right.
And it's just, I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of wearing like basketball sneakers as lifestyle like sneakers. Like LeBrons to me are like, I'm gonna play ball in these. I want the technology in these sneakers. Yeah. But if I want to wear something out, it's gonna be like it's whatever. It's something different. Like not a.
So you're no longer considering all the J's that like we wear out as basketball sneakers.
I think certain Jordans, no, I don't think they're basketball sneakers. Like
I think that too, actually.
Pair of Jordan 1s, what do you play ball in a pair of Jordan 1s with like shitty technology? No, you buy Jordan 1s to wear out.
Dude, like the 4s and the 3s, they don't look like they could be even remotely comfortable to actually
play ball in. No.
Yeah, the 4. I don't know how he played in those shoes. That's when you look back at like basketball, dude. For 50 years, maybe not 50, but like 30, 40 years, the only fucking basketball shoe was a Converse.
Yeah,
was like the Chuck Taylors, and those Converse evolved a little bit into like high tops and shit like that. I couldn't. If I wear a pair of Chuck Taylors, dude, they hurt my feet walking up the stairs. I couldn't imagine playing a full court basketball game, 65 game. Like, it wasn't 82 back then, but it was like 65, 70 games a year. Fuck that. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know how he played in the Jordan 1s. I don't know how he played in like the 2s, 3s, 4s. And honestly, it feels like the first fucking real basketball shoe that he had that looks like a modern basketball shoe was like the 5. And then from there it kind of like
that's interesting. So now I'm just trying to like figure out where you guys are really standing. So you're kind of 5 and up, you're saying is like more of the basketball shoe, and the other shit's like not.
For me, kind
of. For you. Okay.
Honestly, I think Jordan 1 through 13 or 14 maybe are to me lifestyle shoes. I mean, people play ball. Don't get it twisted. I play ball, and I play ball in probably almost every Jordan that's been out. But in terms of like wearing, if you want to go out, people wear 1 through 14 as
good
like life.
Out.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And then once he retired the first time, then it seemed like it started a lot more of those things are more basketball technology, and that's as he turned to to the 2000s. I think so you have a lot more. Nike was putting more technology in sneakers, but
like you still see players in the NBA now that will like play in 11s.
Dude, they could
play in like I'm trying to think of other like older Jordans I see, but I never see anybody play in like a 4 or something like that.
I see dudes. Listen, I saw PJ Tucker play in the Travis Scott 4s. I saw.
Yeah, he did.
I saw Devin Booker when he was in Kentucky. He was playing in the Just Don 2s. Like, these dudes are amazing athletes. They can play in fucking anything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, to protect their investment, they wear high-end shoes, but they're so good. They can play in, come on, man. I think PJ Tucker said dudes could probably try to play in the mags or whatever, like Louis Vuitton, like Nick Young was playing in like
He's playing in the Yeezys. Yeah, I did see that.
These dudes can play in whatever they
crazy.
want.
Wait, I don't know why you
did you guys happen to see the image of what potentially could be the Yeezy basketball sneakers?
Yes,
I did.
What'd you guys think?
Yeezy Adidas model standard.
You know what they sort of looked like? Remember when the Harden prototype leaked, and it was that like that awful box shoe?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
it looks a lot like that. It looks like a little souped up version of like the worst shoe that was ever going to come out. But now that it's got Yeezy attached to it,
I'm calling someone's like getting they're pulling something in those. That anyone who wears that and tries to play seriously, it's over for them. There's an ACL.
It's definitely not about playing in the shoe. That's why, because I remember when you just brought up Nick Young playing in the Yeezys, dude. I remember seeing that and thinking that it was crazy because your Nick Young is like kind of like a spot filler at this point on like a he can play. He's probably like a third option at shooting guard, but he's probably still making 9 to 10 million, right? Yeah. Why would you risk fucking up an ankle or something? Because I've never worn Yeezys. I don't know. Do you have Yeezys?
Yeah.
Do your ankles feel like they have any support in them?
Yeah.
Could you like actually play in those?
No.
No
but that's what I'm saying. That's why these dudes make millions, because they're athletic, they're athletes. They can like I said, I have friends who play in damn near anything, but once again they play professionally, so they want to take care of their body, so they get good sneakers, but. Dude, they can play anything.
So when I saw those, it reminded me immediately of this thing that happened at Reebok. So remember when John Wall, they signed him and they started coming up with the Zig technology shit? All right, so that was like when they were trying to incorporate the new cooler technologies that they're making into the basketball stuff.
I forgot about those.
Yeah. I mean, everyone has. There was really just a blip in everyone's radar.
I had a pair of those running shoes, though. They were very comfortable.
Yeah. But then, so the next thing they did was to kind of follow what Nike did with the Freeze, and they came out with the Flex.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to be like that not perforated, but like those sliced bottoms where it was like kind of cubish, and like the whole idea was that like it's basically barefoot running, but like with support.
Yeah, right.
That was kind of their thing. So then they tried to make basketball versions of those, and when they were testing them, like everybody got hurt.
Really?
Everybody got hurt.
Really?
I guess because you just can't cut in them at all.
Yeah, it wasn't enough sole. But
It sucks.
because like being in the office, I was also a tester of shoes sometimes.
Yeah.
So like I would never do like the sports ones. I would always do like walking or whatever, trying to like get like the new retros that were gonna come out just early, basically. But yeah, when they were doing the reflex testing, like there was like 4 people that actually literally like really hurt their ankles.
Really?
And they were
Dude,
like,
I
all
bet.
right, well, they can't do this.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing, dude. Like, as somebody now that is like really like getting into wearing sneakers as like just leisurely, because for a couple years I was just wearing like fucking boots and like.
Yeah,
adult
Mike had an
dress
old
shoes.
man style.
I did
originally.
Yeah. I was fucking fly, but I still was wearing like Oxfords and shit for a while because I thought that's what I had to do as an adult, But now that I'm wearing them more, like really like delving into the menu a little bit, I couldn't imagine. Like I used to think sneakers were sneakers, like that you could just like play and whatever.
Lawrence.
Like, dude, Air Maxes. I couldn't imagine trying to play
He would
basketball in Air
clown me
Maxes.
so hard when we
I
first
would.
met because he's like, all you wear is baggy pants and sneakers and an XL shirt. Like you have to dress like an adult. And I'm like, but I'm not.
Well, it's not even that you're not. It's like the fact of the matter is that the culture has just changed. And like where I was like, the place that I was working, like my day job when you and I met, was a place where old people worked. So it was like sort of like you were held to a certain standard where they were like, well, we're 50 and this is how. Like you come to work and you got a meeting, you got to wear like a dress shirt and like all this shit. And I kind of stopped doing that, and then I noticed that nobody cared. And then I'm producing at a different place now, which is like a media company, like a young media company. And they laughed at me when I asked them about a dress code because I was like, my first thought was like, all right, well, this would be a place that I can wear sneakers to work then. And I was like, so is there like a dress code? They're like, no, you wear whatever. People come in like workout clothes and shit. And I just think that that's like the way things are going to be moving forward, because I think everybody is just agreeing that like, why wouldn't you rather wear sneakers or like joggers and like all this shit to work? Like, what difference does it make if you're wearing a tie or if you're wearing this stuff?
Yeah,
Business is still getting
everywhere
done.
I've ever worked, like as a professional, like there's been no dress code.
Right, and it might be different if we were all bankers, but none of us fucking are. So it's like, why wouldn't you be comfortable? These do fucking look cool. It's just a different look.
I may not be a banker, but I touch that fucking money.
Jesus. But also to spin off the Yeezy conversation and all the shit, did you guys see that? I guess Ye gifted 6ix9ine a pair of unreleased 700s.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man. I don't fuck with. Listen,
Wait,
man.
what?
Listen, man. Drake told me, he said, yo, girl, don't come around here wearing no 350s.
Oh,
no more.
yeah.
And so Kanye, Adidas 350s might be like down the tube.
You think they might be dead with that line?
Nah. They ain't dead.
Did you see this, Mike? What were you talking about?
Yeah. That was the new French Montana album.
Yeah, so for anyone who hasn't heard it yet, hopefully you have by the time this comes out, but basically there was a snippet that got released where it was, for whatever reason, every time that Drake gets with French, he's dissing somebody. Remember on No Shopping, it was Joe Budden?
Drake's looking for the smoke right now. I think.
Yeah,
I think he's looking for it.
He's looking for the smoke.
That's how I fucking feel, man.
Nah.
I feel like, especially after like the whole thing with he got embarrassed by Pusha T, and I think that he like at this point now is just like trying to save face a little bit, and like he still is like a fucking icon.
Say, dude,
obviously.
listen,
you don't know.
People felt like that Pusha T thing was going to destroy him, but it didn't.
It wasn't destroy him,
no,
but like
it didn't. He still had
took
the
an
number
L.
one album. He took an L, but he still had the number one album.
Of course.
Still on tour, still making money, and at the end of the day, like it didn't really hurt him as much as people thought it would.
Well, here's the thing, and the reason why I think that it didn't hurt him the way that I think that people thought it would is because that like I think like real deal hip hop fans aren't Drake's base.
No,
like Drake's base is all the 20 my girlfriend and all of her friends and like the 24-year-old girls. She didn't care. She probably doesn't even know that Pusha T dissed him. She just like she just listened. In My Feelings was a fucking hit, and she was Kiki. Do you love me? She loves that shit. So it doesn't matter if he lost in a beef. So he's gonna keep making money, and he's still gonna be number one and everything like that.
There you go.
And he still is a tastemaker with all of this stuff, which I mean makes a lot of sense. And I don't think that like you probably have a little more of an informed opinion than I do about him with the 350s.
Oh, okay, cool. I was making sure. I didn't know why you said I had more informed. Okay,
because you definitely know more about that shit than I do.
Nah, I'm just playing. It's interesting, man, because Kanye was tweeting to Drake. Like on something like, like, yo, man.
Come on, man, love. It's all love. Like, I'm gonna come see your concert. It looks amazing on Google or whatever the fuck he said.
And I think Ye know, man, that he don't want that smoke really. And
no, he does not.
He does not want that shit with Drake, man.
He's trying to do the rebrand, the apologetic Kanye.
Well, it's also weird because it came out this week that Drake may have fucked Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
And nobody knows when that happened.
When we were hypothesizing like different things in the Pusha T and Drake beef, and then why he had that mental breakdown or whatever. One of the things I guessed was like, oh, maybe he fucked Kim K, and that's why he had the breakdown and had to go to the hospital. But that sort of things kind of moved along. I was like, I don't really think that happened.
You never know, man.
You never know.
You
but
never
like,
know.
I mean, it doesn't. It's not like Kim saying that she didn't do it's really like the end of the case closed on that. But for some reason, I feel like it would have came out by now. Like something would have happened. Where
I don't know, man.
You never know, man.
I think that he is obviously they're fucking other people.
You think so?
Absolutely. Are you kidding?
What makes you say that?
What makes you say that Kanye is faithful to his one wife?
Because
it's Kim K.
No.
Jesus Christ,
I don't know,
Chris.
man. I think that he puts a lot of that
How
into his
old are
music.
you, Chris?
I don't know. I am kind of gullible.
Do you think it's a fucking fairy tale, bro?
I do like fairy tales.
Oh my god.
I do. I'm a big fan of Disney movies, so maybe.
I think that I think with a lot of celebrity marriages, especially theirs, I think a lot of times you just get married. It's a business marriage.
I know.
It's like Justin Baldwin and Justin Bieber and Haley Baldwin. Like all that shit is just like good for fucking business, so they can both stay relevant and stay in the conversation and shit.
Guys, stop ruining my outlook.
He was like, no, they're planning their retirement together.
Yeah. Fuck that, dude.
Chill, bro.
There's rumors too that the kids, the last two aren't even his kids. Wasn't that a rumor?
I don't even know, but
that's some new shit you dropping. I never heard that shit either.
My point is that it's just like I don't fucking trust her at all, and he's living a lifestyle.
Damn,
dude. He's not gonna just give up all that lifestyle for the awesome lifestyle of fucking any model that he wants whenever he wants.
I mean, yeah, there was also rumors back when he after his mom died that he was starting to fuck dudes and shit too. I guess he's all over the place. So I'm just going to keep believing that they have a lovely marriage.
I mean, look at, I'm not, once again, not to turn this into gossip or nothing like that, but like
the shade room,
or you know what I'm saying? But I mean, even Cardi B and Offset, I just saw this week Cardi B went to some strip club that Offset and Quavo was at, and she was trying to beat up some chick that she thought or that Offset was fucking. And it's like,
oh, damn.
It's unfortunately, it's tough, man. You're celebrities, and those guys are in there, in the height of their, whatever. So, with that being said, all this Adidas talk, and then real quick, another Adidas snippet or tidbit or whatever you want to call it, factozoid or what's that dumb shit you say?
A Suppic.
I like Factozoid.
Factozoid is pretty cool. Yeah.
Our topics are now Factozoids.
It sounds like it's about to assemble in front of me. Kick my ass.
Why are you assuming it's going to kick your ass?
Go ahead.
Childish Gambino is rumored to be working with Adidas.
Yes, he might be a part of the family.
Might be a part of the family.
And the family is growing.
This is America.
Yeah.
And you can get all the money you can if you're fucking famous.
See, that's a good draft pick, Mike. A late in the game draft pick for a shoe company, Childish Gambino, not 3 defenses.
That's a good callback.
That was a good call.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, Adidas is, they've got more rappers than Nike, right?
No.
Well, I mean,
You know what? The term rapper is kind of throwing us off because that's in referencing lyricism, which a lot of the people that are in music today don't really.
No, I think. All right, if you go by celebrity influencers, you would go in terms of Nike. What do you have? You have Drake. You have Travis.
Right.
Eminem. You would say.
Yeah, I guess he's in there still.
He's in there, of course. You have guys like Victor Cruz. So there's. I mean, you got Kevin Hart, and then on Adidas you got like the Kardashian crew. Like you got
that whole clan.
You got Kylie and Kanye and then Pusher and then.
Pharrell, Joey Badass.
Big Sean. No, actually, Joey Badass is at Pony, I think.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, I only thought I knew that because I watched his sneaker shopping video recently.
Oh, really?
And he was talking about Adidas. Oh, but yeah, maybe he wasn't signed though.
Maybe he
was
wasn't
just
signed.
talking about how that's a good
thing. I think he's the creative director or whatever that fake thing is.
Yeah.
But I think he's at Pony now.
Okay. Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
We also got Virgil on the Nike side. We got John Elliott. We got Jerry Lorenzo. So I mean, we got those guys, and then on the Adidas side, I don't know if Jeremy Scott is still.
I would say I would assume.
I would assume he's still there.
Yeah.
So I mean, definitely both brands have their. They have their celebrity endorses, their rappers, their musicians, and let's just see what everyone cooks up.
Also, you know what? Shout out to Joey for going to Pony. That's a fucking solid move, if you ask me.
I actually do. I know they're like kind of cheaper sneakers, but I like Pony, man.
Yeah.
I think they're like very simple looking, cool shoes and product in New York. It just feels like you got to support that if you live here.
Yeah, actually, I want to double shout out Joey because when I was working at Echo, he became the creative director or whatever. I use that in quotes at Echo. And I thought
he did?
Yeah, he was like a brand ambassador.
Was that was like a long time ago though?
Yeah, that was 13, 14.
Wow, so he had like just popped.
Yeah, that was like right before his first album hadn't come out yet in Summer Nights. I don't remember exactly, but that was a great move because that got him a lot of fucking like eyes on him.
Yeah.
Taking that old ass like 20-year-old brand, 25-year-old brand and then giving it to the new kid.
Right before it went away.
Yes, and I was there when it went away and it was boy. Oh man, that tanked hard.
I bet.
No, but then going to Pony, he's been making really good moves, I think, independently. Him and Shipes at Cinematic, I'm sure, are very careful with what they do over there. So double shout out to Joey.
Good. Speaking of moves, Chris, I think Nike had the biggest move.
Here we go.
Yes.
Back to the
You see how the fuck I got this back on target?
It's a good transition.
That was a good transition.
Yeah.
That's my guy over
That's
here.
why I
with the good
do
transitions.
this shit. All right, guys. So, needless to say, Nike released its Just Do It 30 campaign, which is an amazing campaign. They featured, I like getting in my sports voice when I do this.
Yeah.
They featured athletes such as Serena Williams, LeBron James, Shaquem Griffin, I believe that's
to do with the one arm. Yeah.
From Seattle Seahawks. And
Odell.
I believe there's more.
But the main one.
What's the main one?
It's Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Mr. Take a Knee himself.
Mr. Take a Knee.
Mr. I'm suing the NFL for collusion. Mr. Donald Trump, the president, hates his guts. Mr. He doesn't respect the flag. Mr. I don't know, man.
I feel like you should have the buzzer after every single
word.
Word.
Word. So,
He called it a buzzer.
Whatever, man.
Rap horn.
Bullhorn, whatever.
It's an interesting time, man, because the NFL season is starting right now as we're speaking. It's 0-0 Atlanta, Philadelphia in the first quarter, and the NFL season is it's obviously it's a huge time. Whether it's fantasy football, gambling, tailgating, a lot of money being made, and there's a lot of people are including, like I said, one of the main people who is not happy is the president of the United States, Donald Trump, and he's using the NFL to kind of rile up his supporters in terms of Kaepernick not kneeling and not respecting the flag, but Nike they used him in their campaign, and he's been a Nike athlete under wraps for a few years at this point.
Years, yeah. He had a contract way before any of this knee situation started getting in the way of his money.
Which is also weird, not weird, but it was also such a power move and not a smart move, but it was just really well executed. Nike is now the on-field distributors for the NFL in their gear.
Yeah.
For like the next 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're stuck with him.
So they're stuck.
Dude,
guys shouldn't have fucking left Reebok in the dust. Now you're fucked.
I got a lot of opinions on this. We talked about it a little bit on our show, Social Villains. Chris was a guest this week, and actually, it's weird that we're having the conversation again now. Basically, we recorded this like an hour ago.
Well, don't let them know that.
Yeah. Well,
you know what? Then let's start with Becky. Becky, what's your thoughts on this?
I mean, I think they probably initially signed him because he's very handsome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so
okay.
Becky
first time
noticing hot men.
As much as there's some political backlash right now, realistically, I don't think everyone's involved in this fight, and he's gonna do fine for sales.
He's gonna do amazing. And people have to realize Colin Kaepernick, people say, oh, he sucked as a quarterback. He led the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl. I think 5-6 years ago. So he was an exceptional talent, and and once again, I mean, now these ads are amazing. And now, Mike, what's your opinion?
Thank you, Lawrence. This is a good way to space it out.
There you go.
A lot to be said, man. First off, we're in an era right now where corporations are sort of the law says that they have the same rights as humans do, as like actual citizens of the country. So I think that we're seeing this more and more. Obviously, Nike did it in a very bold way by Kaepernick is a divisive figure. Whether whether you're for him or against him, you have at this point, everybody in the country has an opinion on what he's doing, and you're either with him or you're against him. And, I mean, at this point, there's very few people who are like, and the thing is, I think the reason why a lot of people are either with him or against him is because the storyline has played out such that this has become, the issue is so much bigger now than him taking the knee to protest police brutality. Yeah. It's now become, it's like the president has gotten involved, the owners got involved, there's rules prohibiting it now. So it's become this thing where you've kind of got the players versus the owners. There's this insurgence in the NFL, which is really allegorical to a lot of the actual social and racial tension that's happening in the country. So all of these things are kind of intertwined, and I think people have, I'll say it ham-fistedly. I think the white people that have joined the cause,
which
Kaepernick,
is Black Lives Matter, essentially.
Well, yes, but also just being on Kaepernick's side.
Yeah,
I think he won a lot more white people over because this issue, it's very clear now that the NFL colluded against him. Yeah, and this has become an issue between players and their rights to express themselves and have an opinion on social issues, and basically have it on TV. And it doesn't matter if it bothers white people that Colin Kaepernick has an opinion and takes a knee. The fact that because that was the argument at first. It was white NFL fans saying, "I don't want to see that shit on my TV." Let him do
I know
his
plenty
protests.
of people back home that are like, "Can you not? I just want to watch football."
Exactly.
I'm like, that you're missing the point.
Right, you're trying to separate this thing, and it's like all right, overpaid athlete, whatever. Kaepernick did risk his career, and it's very clear that was the case because Elway was the one that came out and said they were about to sign. Potentially sign him as a backup in Denver, and then they all of a sudden they just they didn't out of nowhere.
There were a few teams that said that they were going to give him a shot. Baltimore, right? Ray Lewis, I remember he said that, and Elway. You said some interesting stuff about white people because no, can you let me fucking segue? I've been doing a pretty good job with the segues, man. And I was going to say that there's a lot of white people who are burning their Nike merchandise.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
right.
don't see no black people burning shit. All right?
No.
I don't see none of us. We wearing our shit.
Yo, Nike didn't lose any black people by taking this stance.
Yes.
At all. It wasn't that wasn't part of the. Do you think?
Yeah, it may have been one or two black people.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
That we're
a
just
couple-
like fuck this.
One or two black Republicans
Yeah,
out there.
right.
You got to be Republican though.
They're burning their Nikes.
Why is it-
in front of their white friends to be like, see?
Why is the white move always to burn it though?
What happened? Because that's
It's a power
that's
move.
the power
Chris.
move.
It's to say like
It all
fuck
started.
you.
It all started in 1592, right?
Yep.
When Christopher Columbus.
When we threw the tea into the ocean.
Always fire though. It's always we have to light shit on fire. Why do we have to do that?
It is power move shit. It's like it's like saying I have enough money to burn this shit even though I just bought it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo,
fuck
I
you,
found-
Nike. We don't need.
I
you.
found this one video of this guy burning it while his shoes while he had them on. It was like a Twitter video. I think Becky, I sent it to you. I think. And then so the guy's like, "Fuck Nike, fuck these shoes." And then the next slide is like the next tweet is like him in the hospital.
Yeah,
'Cause he
it's
wore 'em.
fucking dumb, dude.
Yeah.
It's really dumb. And I just think it's like shitty that they like that this has become like an issue where like now all of a sudden you're picking your side and you're gonna just stop buying Nike products because they. I mean, really, this is a marketing plan, but like Nike taking the first step by supporting a social cause like this, I think is like a huge step for corporations having to pick a side. And there's gonna be a lot of like Republicans that stop spending their money at certain places.
I mean, also-
stupidly, but.
Also, I want to go back to another sneaker thing that happened where it was when New Balance, not necessarily
Right.
supporting Trump, but supported basically they just wanted to have the shoes made in America.
Right.
There was I don't want to like get too into it, but there was like a thing where he wanted to have the labor all in the USA, and then New Balance was like, of course, that's fucking awesome. We make
Yeah.
our shoes here. We want all the shoes here. And then everyone's like, oh, now you're a racist.
Well, they
company.
got endorsed by the new Nazi party. Like the
Yeah.
alt-right
Yeah.
basically like was like New Balance is American made. They're like the Aryan shoe, and New
I'm
Balance
just-
is like what?
Yeah.
What?
I'm just so happy that like even after watching something like that go down, you know, Nike was still bold enough to. I mean, I don't know how bold they really were by side. I mean, because I think it's the right side, so I'm obviously like, of course, do that. But no, just after seeing like that thing with New Balance, where they were just like, no, we want it's good for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But still taking the chance to actually go like, nah, we're Cap. We got it.
Yeah.
And the president, he tweeted, just like the NFL, whose ratings have gone way down, Nike's getting absolutely killed with anger and boycotts. I wonder if they had any idea that it would be this way. As far as the NFL is concerned, I just find it hard to watch and always will until they stand for the flag.
Dude, and it's a nightmare because the NFL could have made this thing go away
And
by just not making it an issue. And they've dragged this thing. The fact that it's still going on, this is almost 2 years that this has
Yes.
been going on.
Yeah, 2016 was
Two
the first
fucking years to like handle this situation. And I don't mean handle it like you make it go away by like maybe you address it once and like the owners of the league can say like, all right, well, like, you know, whatever, Cap can do his thing. If you just say Cap can do his thing, this goes away. This doesn't become the issue that it has become.
And I'll say this, you know, but the thing about it is the NFL is ran differently than any other professional
Yes.
league. All right, it's you know, the majority of the players are, you know, minorities. The owners, a lot of these teams, you know, football is a down south sport.
Yeah.
It's a
Definitely.
sport. Georgia, Alabama, all these, you know,
Southern California, Texas.
there you go,
Yeah.
Texas. Like, you know, so it's one of those things where the fan, like with the NBA, it's like for niggas by niggas, and we about to do our thing. And what I'm saying is like when you like with the NBA, like you have the players, even the coaches, like the white coaches are still like, yo, listen, like, we don't fuck with Trump. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, our players have the right to protest however they feel. You'll see, like, you know, there's none of that but with the NFL owners, it's very like, well, listen, you know, we don't want that because our fans not going to watch this game anymore.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? You better do this because we'll fine you or we'll cut. Like, it's almost like, and then football contracts not even guaranteed.
Right.
So these dudes really don't have much leverage and bargaining, and you know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
the NBA, You got 110 mil. You getting that 110 mil.
And on top of that, so like I heard a great like breakdown of like sports and like how it runs by somebody. Basically said the nerds run baseball because it's like a stat driven game.
Analytics.
The players run the NBA, which is becoming more and
so
more clear.
obvious.
Yeah.
It's
And
clearly obvious that the players are basically making all the decisions.
and the owners run the NFL. So basically, the reason why you've got like Nike who can throw their support, like LeBron's their biggest athlete. I don't think there's really a question with that. And LeBron is socially conscious, and his decision, he has decided to make that part of his platform, and he's going to use his basketball platform to be, a social advocate for change. So Nike throwing the support behind him. I mean, this shouldn't surprise anybody that they did this Kaepernick thing, like because of that alone. And the NBA actually has a no kneeling during the but the difference is the NBA also allows the players to like wear the I Can't Breathe shirts and all this stuff. They don't get fined for that. So it hasn't become this giant thing. And it's because if the fucking NBA fined and suspended LeBron and Carmelo and all these like players,
no one will watch it.
You've seen the NBA go through dips where it's like when they have an era where they don't really have a star or something like a LeBron caliber type player, the numbers go down, the revenue goes down.
Sure.
So they have to keep LeBron happy.
It's a star-driven league. Basketball,
Exactly.
But then the thing about what football is, it's like the majority of the NBA players are like, yo, listen, I don't like what's going on. I'm gonna protest how I protest. But when you have the NFL, it's like, all right, well we got 10 dudes from our team that's not feeling this, but then we got 9 dudes who are like, nah, I'm respecting the flag.
Right.
And then you got the quarterbacks who are like, majority white guys.
Yeah.
Like their stance on it is like, I ain't talking like Brady. I think Aaron Rodgers said some stuff about it, but like
Aaron was actually one of the few dudes, the quarterbacks, that was just like, I have an opinion.
Yeah, Aaron had a great quote.
But when like I said, when you got like the main guy, because how many, like in the NFL, everyone's wearing a helmet, so how many like stars are recognizable?
Right.
That's an interesting point.
You know
They
what I'm
don't
saying?
need stars, dude. There's a good 30 for 30 about the year they had the NFL lockout.
Yeah, they had the scab.
Yeah,
play.
Because the players were legitimately like, dude, we have bad health benefits. We're not getting paid this guaranteed money. Like we got to like make a living. So
I'm
the
still
players,
seeing stars from a couple of years ago.
Yeah, right. What? My name is what? My name is who? But basically, these guys, the Players Association went on strike. All of the stars in the NFL, they all went on strike, and the owner said, "Fuck you. We'll just get some guy off the street."
We'll get these scabs.
So they got these dudes that were bagging groceries to come in and play in the NFL, and they busted the union. So the union went on strike. They went on strike for 3 games, and then the owners were basically like, "We'll play the rest of the season with these guys that are bagging groceries. They're happy to be here. They're playing like fine football, and people are still going to the games. So if you don't want to come back, Troy Aikman or Joe Montana or whoever, fucking fine. Like we'll rip up your contract. Go bag groceries. The NFL still goes on. So they all caved. They all caved and went and just bent to the owners.
So my boy Ket One, he's a graffiti artist, an OG. When I worked with him at Slam Hype, I just noticed he had very interesting political views, and I want to give him a call. I want to see what he kind of thinks about this shit. So just give a background on him. So like I said, he's a graffiti artist. But when Complex started at Echo, so way back, he was one of the first like creative directors to help Mark kind of launch that shit. So he's been around for a while. He knows about the shit. But yeah, he's also he's a very political.
I know he better respect the flag if he gonna. That's what I hope.
I'm good. How are you? What up?
I'm good.
Very good. What's up, everyone? I love it. I've been enjoying watching people burning their feet. The best ones are the ones that people just keep their shoes on. Yeah, I think that's amazing. I think it's a great way to root out the idiots. Amazing.
So have
I want to see
you?
more of it. I haven't, man. I haven't really seen it picked up in that way, and I don't know if it's just too early or if, graffiti writers just don't care. Even though I think that we do care a lot, but I've been seeing writers posting and kind of taking it to social media more. I love Ewok.
Yeah, he works my guy.
I love Ewok. He's just spanking everybody out there. But he's not wrong, and I think it's bigger than Kaepernick. I think Kaepernick has gotten a lot of fuel, not just because he's doing the right thing and he's sort of about something and about a cause, but because the president's been such a dick about the whole thing and's come out against him, other than, let's say, doing his fucking job. And so I think when you have the president talking shit about you and about let's say football versus trying to solve an economic crisis, I think it really gives you a bigger platform, and I think that's the thing that Nike's witnessed. Like this guy has taken over, sort of the whole football conversation doesn't exist. It's a racism conversation or a police brutality conversation as a result of Kaepernick, and really as a result of people really going nuts about it, where it's just not such a big deal.
Right.
But kneeling is not a big deal, or not standing up is not a big deal. Yeah, I mean, I think it does feel that way, sometimes. I mean, I think that the players that are actually kneeling are about, the cause and police brutality and maybe racial equality. They have their reason pretty crystal clear. But I think that, the masses or the general audience, civilians or whatever, sort of get caught up in this whole patriotism thing that's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Like you can't, I think, they get caught up in that. Maybe they're caught up in what you're saying, which is, racial identity. And it's like, damn, black people are doing this. It's so fucked up. They're anti-American or whatever the case might be, which is a shame because they're missing the whole entire point. The president is missing the whole point. People like that are just not stopping for a minute.
I think he chooses the point that he.
Well, it's what happens when you have the mind of a 3-year-old. No doubt. No, you can check me out on Alan Ket, ALANKET. I'm down here in Miami and touring around, painting as always, and documenting the graffiti movement and the art movement wherever it might be. Right now, I'm holding it down in Miami. And
you didn't move there, did you?
Check for me. Yeah, I'm down here. I moved.
You
down
did?
Here.
I didn't know you.
No, man, I'm in Miami Beach. Yes. much nicer by the ocean. All right, brother. Peace.
Ket's the man.
Yeah.
He's
Smart guy.
Yo, he's a fucking OG though. Like a O fucking G. Like when I was running around with him doing all like the streetwear, like writing or whatever, I was like, what? What did I do?
Stop unplugging the phone every time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it goes.
My bad, guys.
Yeah,
I didn't mean
man.
to. Becky gave me the finger, which now you'll be able to see because we have Tanner taking video.
You work with this guy?
I don't know how.
Yo.
Fuck, what was I just talking about? Oh yeah, no, but I'd be rolling around with him and people would be like, "Yo, Cat," like, "Oh shit." I'm like, I thought it was just this old dude. You know what I mean? But he's a fucking G. No. Shout out to him. Everyone go check his shit out. He's a great artist. All right, well, let's take it. You know what, Lawrence? We never got a Supreme update from you.
Mike Kelly shit was popping today. I ain't really copping none because I was busy, but
why are you so busy at work?
just life. I'm waiting for the CDG collab. I think that should be coming out in the next week or two.
Which one?
CDG Supreme.
Yeah. What are they doing though?
Doing rumored to be hoodies and sneakers, and
they just had the Chucks come back out.
Whole CDG.
Com, yeah.
Com. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I'm just waiting for some collabs. I just was thinking about keeping my Madonna tee. I don't know if I still want it.
What size is it?
Extra large.
Hell, I would keep that. That's a tight tee.
Yeah, I'm thinking about keeping it.
Mike, as a newer I don't want to say newer person because you've always liked sneakers, but you've sort of denied actually indulging in it.
I did, yeah.
What about so Supreme is sort of like the number one brand. Everyone knows this. Anyone listening to this knows Supreme's number one.
Number one? In terms of streetwear?
Streetwear, yeah.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah. I mean, what is your feelings on Supreme stuff? Because you're not going to buy that, but I just want to hear what you have to say about something it's the shit right now. Even if we all have our independent opinions of what we actually think.
But isn't Supreme my vibe was always Supreme is the established juggernaut, and it seems like people that aren't really into streetwear know Supreme, and they're just oh yeah, I'll just get a Supreme shirt because it's cool, and they're not really in this culture at all, and that's just their go-to. You know what I mean? That's the vibe I always got. That I think I saw somebody posted a meme that I actually liked. That was the people that wear Supreme are Chinese teenagers, rappers, and people who are trying to look like they know.
I think that was from our podcast account.
It might have been, honestly. Yeah, it could have been. But that's the vibe that I got. That there's some old dude that I knew at work who was probably 45, but was trying to stay young and would always.
And he copped a Supreme tee.
And he's got a Supreme box logo hoodie.
Wait,
one or two of them, and he's he takes Instagram pictures.
What color was what color was the hoodie, and what color was the box logo? Because that matters.
Why does it matter, Chris?
Because if he has the gray one with the red, he's into streetwear. If he has any other one, he bought that shit resell just because he thought it was cool.
I don't think it's the gray with the red. I don't think it's the OG.
Is that fair, Lawrence?
I don't think. I think it's just it depends. You may not like gray. What if you don't like gray? Then you know what I'm saying. You can't be like gray and red. He's in the streetwear.
Oh, dude, I got
black
find
and
this picture.
black. He's not. It's just what you like. It's your preference.
But there is a thing to what color and what box logo it is. You can't deny that. That there's a hierarchy of which box logo is better than the other ones.
I mean, some tonal joints are hard. It all depends, bro.
I might not be able to find this while the mics are on, but I'm gonna find it and I'll show you.
It all depends, bro.
And we can make a decision after the fact. I know I've seen, unless he took it down, but I've seen it, and I remember seeing him so the way it went down was I saw him wearing it that day at work in the bathroom. I passed him and he was like, hey man, what's up? Hey, I'm young too, whatever, that shit.
Yeah.
And then he left the bathroom, and I remember seeing, he's that old man is wearing a Supreme hoodie. And then he's posted a selfie of him wearing the Supreme hoodie on Instagram later, and was like, oh, it's just it it's just a Supreme hoodie, and I was just like, what a fucking douche. But I can't. I gotta find it. I'll find it, and I'll show you after the fact.
If you find it, send it to me, and I'll like blur out his face and name and
it's
shit.
It's just like,
and I'll post it on Instagram.
Oh, it's just so lame. And I just remember thinking like that he has a Supreme hoodie because he's been told that that's like the shit. You know what I mean? Like he didn't like.
I mean, we've been kind of saying that's what Supreme is for a while now. But it's just interesting that, for someone who hasn't like kept up with the history of streetwear, now you're just like, oh yeah, that's definitely just a.
There's just always like a type of person that I see wearing it, and it's never like, and maybe it's not a good thing for regular people to like be, but like you wear a lot of A-Life, right? Mm-hmm. And like I would wear A-Life, like I would wear Noah, like Noah was like a brand that I would wear John Elliott. I can't really like afford John Elliott, but like John Elliott's it's like very simple shit. So it's not like completely covered in logos and everything like that. So it's like I see a John Elliott hoodie, and like part of me is like I could get like a similar looking hoodie at Target. What
made you talk about John Elliott? I just want to know.
Because that was one of the people that Chris put me on. Like we went to Kith one day when I was like really like getting into this stuff, and Chris was like, "So John Elliott, this is a guy that you would probably like." And then we walked over to Noah in like the West Village. He was like showing me shit that I might like because I needed to buy clothes, and I was like, "Well, I don't want to."
I gave him a little tour.
Yeah, so like we went to Kith. Around. And he showed me like the rack that was there for John Elliott, and I was like, I do like this. This is just like a basic sweatshirt or like a basic T-shirt, just made really well.
That's my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite design. He just had his fashion show at New York Fashion Week today too.
I saw LeBron and Ben Simmons were there.
LeBron, Ben Simmons, Kevin Love.
Why didn't you try to go?
What happened? I was just in my feelings today. I just didn't really feel like.
Oh, you were Drake looking for Kiki.
Yeah, I was in my feelings.
Yeah, dude. But it's just like that's the type of stuff that I think that like a normal person you could get them to wear. Whereas like Supreme, like it feels like you have to like to wear it correctly. It's got to be like worn a certain way, and otherwise it's just like it's like too much. Like the people go like crazy for Supreme, where they've got like the Supreme phone case and a Supreme fucking sling bag and like a Supreme like box hat, and like they've got like so much of it on that it's just very clearly like, all right, well, like you just buy this because it's a status thing.
I forget what episode it was, and I guess we'll wrap up this podcast after we finish this conversation. But what did we say? It's like you can't have more than 2 Supreme items on, or it's like 2 hypebeasts.
Yeah, I think
it's too much.
Too much.
If you enter 3, and that's including accessories. Like if I find out you're wearing Supreme underwear, like you're still in this category, bro. Yeah. Like that's a lot.
Yeah, man.
Just theoretically, everyone wants their underwear to be seen at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
They do. Like I can't wear A-Life sneakers while I'm wearing an A-Life shirt. Like that's just too much to me.
Yeah, it does feel. The only thing that I can do that with, I feel like, is Nike. If I wear like a Nike sweatshirt
I'm
with
Nike.
Nikes.
But wait, how do you guys feel? Because there's that whole trend where it's like Adidas socks wearing Nikes, which I'm opposed to.
I feel weird wearing Adidas and Nike. It feels like a weird like.
Yeah. But how do you guys feel about the head to toe all swoosh person?
No.
I don't like that either. That's also very like
too
Asian
much.
teenager.
Yeah, right. It's too much.
It's way too much, bro.
So what? I guess. I guess it's the pants that save it. You can't if you're wearing a Nike shirt, Nike shoes. You can't wear Nike pants.
There you go.
Yeah, you wear like a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Something.
And get a nice watch, goddammit.
Yeah.
Becky, you're a watch girl?
Yeah, nice shoes, nice watch.
Yeah, nice shoes, nice watch.
Make some money, kids.
Mike, you got a couple watches, don't you?
Not good ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This thing is cheap.
Well, I think that is it. There was like these weird indestructible fake Yeezy Off-White collabs I wanted to talk about, but maybe we can bring them up later.
Yeah, I can bring them up.
Oh, I found it.
You found it? Let me see.
Oh, it's a.
God damn. This looks fake.
That'd be hilarious. That'd be even funnier if it was
Lawrence,
fake.
look at that's 100% a fake Supreme tee. Look at that lettering.
You know what? Yeah, it looks.
That's fake, bro.
I don't know. Wait, yeah.
Nah, that's fake as shit.
Well, on the hoodies, the box logos are pretty big, but I don't know.
Nah, but look at the lettering, bro. The lettering is fucked up with that. The quality that Supreme does is not that wonky. Your boy's a herb buying fake Supreme.
Whoa.
He's not my boy.
No, he's your boy. He's your boy. That's one of your best friends.
Hold on. I mean, let's see.
If that dude called you to hang out, would you hang out with him?
No. God, no.
I don't believe you.
All right, we're gonna put it up on Instagram. You guys tell us if you think it's fake.
Well, you got to blur out the face.
Yeah, I'm gonna blur out the face, the name, and shit, and hopefully he never sees
It'll
it.
just be the hoodie.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll figure out a way so he like even if the dude sees it, he won't know.
Yeah, definitely. I think
That's fake, dude. That is a fucking 100% fake.
But you know, and this is, and you
All
know,
right, who got some money on this?
well,
Okay, do you have his number?
why? What are you gonna?
I don't. We're not like cool like that.
Well, I wanted you to be like, hey, I just wanted to know like where you got that Supreme hoodie. I
The
liked it a
Supreme
lot.
hoodie that I saw 8 months ago.
Come on.
You could be like, hey, I remember you wearing the
Hey,
Supreme
we don't
hoodie
work
one
together
time.
anymore, but
No, I'm saying you could be like, hey, I remember that Supreme. That was really dope hoodie. Like, where did
it'd be
I get
hilarious
one?
if he was like, "Which one?"
Oh yeah, of course.
Yo, I got
Fucking-
multiple Supreme hoodies.
Hold on. Yeah, I think it definitely the box is a little too big.
And the letters are fucked up. Look at that shit. We've talked. Yeah, I definitely have to post this now. I gotta figure out how to get it.
I gotta be honest. I don't know if I feel okay with that.
Yeah, it's definitely the R is a little off.
Look at the S.
Yeah, but you know, once again, Chris, here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this, man. So many people buy fake shit not knowing it's fake and thinking they get a good deal, especially if it's not something that you buy on the regular.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten got when I was young. I told you.
Yeah, we both have stories of getting got.
I mean, I bought a fake Techno Marine thinking it was real. I mean,
Here's another one. He's
wearing the Louis.
I forgot about this one.
He's wearing the. That is 100% fake.
Let me see. This kind of let me.
Bro, come on. Look at that M.
I mean, okay, so maybe we want maybe the first one's skewing fake too. But listen,
Come on.
maybe he's thinking he's getting a good deal. We don't.
My
know.
guy got Chinatown so hard. He was like, the guy's like, you like Supreme? Come to Alley. We have Supreme. And then he's like,
Oh yeah, you come back.
we also have Bape.
I mean, a real box logo is over $1,000, man. So that's a lot.
Really? For the hoodie?
For for the Louis, I mean, yeah, the retail, I think like $2,000 or it was expensive.
We have Louis Vuitton.
And like a regular box logo is like $180, but it resells for over $1,000.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. If you've got to buy a resale, then
You gotta pay resale.
you've
Yeah,
got to
no, he
kinda
bought
trust that it's real.
Fake sale. Motherfucker went up in there, was just like,
Dude,
I'm not
maybe.
knowing.
I don't know.
But once again, you don't know. I mean, you know what? When I was younger, I used to fake shame people. Like, yo, you wearing fake. But as I get older, I'm like, some people just don't know, man.
I
Like,
know
you
that-
got a lot of people.
I didn't know the difference. I thought he was a dick anyway. It didn't stop me from thinking, why is this guy wearing a Supreme Louis fucking sweatshirt?
And that's the thing, and that's the more I see people wearing Tom Sachs, and I'm a big Tom Sachs fan. And if you buy Tom Sachs resale, you're paying close to $3,000. And I'm sure some people are buying fakes, either A, not knowing, or B, just like fuck it. But then the general person sees it and they're like, oh shit, this dude's wearing a $3,000 shoe.
Well, we've covered how many different fake Supreme stores there are. And now, Mike, I don't know if you know this, but there's like legal fakes where like there's a store in Spain, there's a store in somewhere in Tokyo, I think, and then there's a store in Italy. Is that where it was? There's two. There's the Spain one I remember, and there was another one. But dude, it's Supreme. It's pure thing, and they legally are getting away with just copywriting infringement on that whole shit.
With that being said, buy what you wear, love yourself, and love your family. And on that note, this has been a wonderful episode, right?
That's right. Remember to Be Happy Studios. Mike, where can people find you if they want to look for you?
At Mike Coscarelli on Twitter and Instagram. You can also listen to my podcast, Social Villains, which is on iTunes and everywhere. And Shit, My Girlfriend Makes Me Watch, which is like a Bravo reality show podcast that I do with Justin Perez, who's a very funny comedian. Check both those out.
And then, LZD325.
LZD 325.
LZD, yeah, I kind of stuttered, didn't I? Human Places with the 3 is the E, not that Cheney. Check out our Patreon.
And Tanner.
Lil Kinky 69. Check out our Patreon. Also want to shout out Raph. You know who you are, my guy. He gave us $5.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Raph, my fucking guy.
Barnes is just looking at the score of the Atlanta game.
This is what he does though. When a sports game is on during the thing, he's always kind of just like
Football, dude. Thursday night football. It's very hard
It's
to.
hard, yeah. But I'm still here, so we good?
I think we good.
All right.
All right, we out, guys. See you later.